This video is brought to you by MyFitnessPal, the #1 nutrition tracking app.
Okay, we've all been there, right? You're psyched up, you're ready to get fit, but you hit this massive roadblock before you even start. It's that classic question, and honestly, it can be paralyzing. But today, we're gonna clear it up for good. Cardio or weights? Fat loss first? Or muscle? What's the actual right move? Well, here's the thing. There's no single right answer. The best strategy? It completely depends on where you're starting from and what you really want to achieve. So in this explainer, we're going to break down all the options so you can figure out the perfect plan for you. All right, let's dive into path number 1. This is the one most people think of first. Just focus on losing weight before you worry about anything else. Now, for anyone living with obesity, this path can deliver some pretty amazing health benefits and fast. The research is super clear on this. Things like your cholesterol, your blood pressure, even insulin resistance, all of that can start to get better with just a 5% loss in body weight. I mean, that's a huge impact right from the get-go. But you know, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are definitely some trade-offs. The pros, they're pretty obvious, right? You'll have more energy and your joints will thank you, which makes exercise feel way better and less risky. But here's the big con. If you cut your calories too much, too fast, you risk losing that precious muscle. And since muscle is what burns calories, even when you're just sitting on the couch, losing it can actually slow your metabolism way down. Not what we want. Okay, so what if we flip the script? What about the opposite approach? Let's take a look at path number 2, building muscle first and, well, kind of ignoring what the scale says for a while. This path is absolutely crucial for a group of people that honestly often flies completely under the radar. It's a condition called normal weight obesity. What does that mean? It means that even though the number on the scale looks perfectly healthy, your body fat percentage is actually high enough to put your health at risk. So for this group, building muscle isn't just about looking toned, it is absolutely essential for your long-term health. So the biggest pro here? You're basically turning your body into a calorie-burning machine. Seriously, more muscle revs up your metabolism 24/7. And let's not forget, the feeling of getting stronger is a massive confidence boost. But here's the catch. It can take a while to see that muscle definition, and you have to be mentally prepared for the scale to actually go up as you gain that dense muscle tissue. And that can be really tough if you're not expecting it. So we've got 2 pretty clear paths, but what about that holy grail of fitness, the thing everyone asks about? Is it possible to do both at the same time? And the answer is a big yes. It absolutely is, and it has a name: body recomposition. Now, it's not some kind of magic trick, but it does take a very specific, very balanced strategy. The whole idea is to change your body's composition, the ratio of muscle to fat, rather than just chasing a number on the scale. And this is exactly why it's such a powerful goal to have. As nutrition scientist Stephanie Nelson points out, when you aim for recomposition, you naturally start building sustainable, healthy habits. You can't really take shortcuts here. It's all about creating a lifestyle that's going to last. So, how do you actually do it? Well, it really boils down to 4 key things. First, you've got to be careful and deliberate with your calorie intake. Second, your exercise needs to be balanced, a good mix of cardio and weight training. Third, and this one is huge, you have to make protein a priority in pretty much every meal. And fourth, and you gotta hear me on this one, you have to learn to let go of the scale and find other ways to track your progress. Okay, so we've walked through 3 different paths you could take. But here's the thing. No matter which one you choose, there are some fundamental rules that apply to everyone. Think of this next part as your universal toolkit for success, no matter where you're starting. And this brings us to what might be the single most important rule of all. Another great insight from Stephanie Nelson. Whatever your goal is, your #1 priority should always be to maintain the muscle you already have. Just think of it like the foundation of your house. You never want to let it crumble. And here is the magic number to help you do just that. To make sure you're losing fat while holding on to that precious muscle, your daily calorie deficit shouldn't be more than 500 calories. If you go any more extreme than that, you're basically telling your body it's okay to start burning muscle for energy. And trust me, slow and steady absolutely wins this race. All right, next up in our toolkit, protein. And we can get super specific here. As you can see, the exact amount you need kind of depends on your starting point, but the main takeaway is the same for everyone. Getting enough protein is completely non-negotiable if you want to build or even just maintain muscle. So, let's put all the core principles from our toolkit in one place. Keep that calorie deficit to 500 max, eat enough protein, get in some resistance training 2 or 3 times a week, and maybe the most important tool of all, be patient. Real, lasting change is sustainable change. Okay, we have covered the different paths, we've talked about the pros and the cons, and we've gone over the universal rules. So now for the final step, putting it all together so that you can choose your own starting line. And this right here might be the most important thing you hear today. There is no single right answer that an expert can just give you. The absolute best path is the one that actually fits with your body, your goals, and your real life. The perfect plan is simply the one you can stick with. So, I'm going to leave you with this to think about. The scale, it only tells a tiny fraction of the story. So how are you going to measure your strength? Is it going to be the weight you can lift, the energy you have to play with your kids, or maybe just that feeling of being stronger and more capable in your own body? The choice is all yours.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more insights brought to you by MyFitnessPal, the #1 nutrition tracking app.